name is Doug Mutai. I'm a stand-up comedian and the creator of A Very Kenyan Sketch Show. Yeah.
Fantastic. My name is Eric Muriuki. I'm a filmmaker, a director, and executive producer. But this year, I'm introducing myself as a creative entrepreneur.
Very Kenyan Sketch Show. It's Very Kenyan Sketch Show is one of those. It's a show that parodies, socially commentates about our everyday culture, the things that we do as Kenyans, our quirks, and to the world, though, meant for the world. So it's one of those things we've brought it, and then it's got a strong focus on cinematography and high production value and all that fun stuff.
He wouldn't have put it any better. Yeah. Let me not add. I think the show is meant for everyday Kenyans who want to have a good laugh, who want to see a reflection of society on screen, and who want to just have a good time and enjoy themselves.
Yeah. This show is available on YouTube all over the world. So, YouTube, what a gift.
They can watch it on the Stand Up Collective YouTube page.
Yeah.
It's launching today, January 6th at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
And it's going to be there for a long time. Why YouTube, would ask? YouTube is the biggest television in the world. It's competing even with the biggest streaming platforms ever.
Yeah.
It opens up the space to people who are just cruising through and trying to find material, for people who can pay for subscriptions in other platforms.
Right.
It's also accessible in every part of the world. It's not geographically locked. So we wanted to create a product and put it in a platform that's available everywhere, that is free to watch, and it's easy to access.
Oh man, I mean, and it's right there in the question actually. Like, just because something is a challenge, we've never believed that it cannot be done or should not be done. So I mean, we took up the challenge and we wanted to go all the way, and that's kind of the biggest goal actually out of that. Yeah.
Yeah, and also Doug and I know each other from high school,
right?
And so, we both went different ways. He picked the comedy route, I picked the film route, but we were both in drama in high school, and we did compete a lot together as well.
Right.
So in 2018, when we reunited, for years we've just been trying to crack our brains and figure out what can we work together that blends comedy and film and bring it together. And I think 2 years ago is when we had a light bulb moment that sketch comedy is the thing.
Yeah.
And so we started working on it. We put together a writing team, and they gave us amazing scripts. We put together a production team.
Right.
It took us 5 days to film, but 3 months to edit. And what you saw 2 days ago is a product of that work.
Right. First, I mean, it's very central for me, right? As a comedian, that's how I view the world half the times. That's how I default to. And this was just, like I said, it was a perfect opportunity to go back and do this with Eric, with film in mind. It's one of those things, the dreams that try and live the dream that I couldn't live that many years ago. But comedy and being a stand-up comedian is the default way of looking at life for me, right?
Exactly. Yeah. And I think, let me just add on to that a bit.
Yeah.
I think Doug's experience in comedy and being a stand-up comedian for a very long time really helped, especially in the writing process. Because the bunch of writers we had a blend of writers from film and others who are stand-up comedians. But I think Doug's experience as a comic really helped shape the style of writing that we wanted to. There was an arc that the joke had to, a beginning, a middle, and an end.
Right.
And I think that was one of his biggest input into the project, and that helped a lot. And I think his background in comedy, especially stand-up, really aided in that.
Yeah. I mean, that's good show. Even most of the prompts what some of them are, most of them are meant to be stand-up.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Then we thought maybe they could be
represented
better
as
off on
sketch.
screen, as a sketch.
During the production?
The biggest one I would say is budgets.
Right.
Productions are expensive.
Yeah.
To get good quality, it means you have to invest a lot.
Yeah.
And when you're creating a product that does not have a quote-unquote defined end goal, where you have like a distributor who's already giving you money,
Yeah.
it becomes difficult. You have to set aside resources. You have to put a team together, and drive them in a certain direction. I think the biggest challenge for us was putting resources together. We had an idea, we knew exactly what we wanted, but it took us a bit of time to put resources together.
Learning how to save was a big challenge.
Yeah, and also
Right.
a lot of the crew that we had were coming from traditional methods of TV and filmmaking, where it's a long script of 100 episodes, 60 episodes. Long form presentation.
Yeah.
So it took us a bit of time to try and change that mindset, and reading and shooting, and it was like every single stage of production the crew was getting. It's like it was like an onion opening up at every single stage. Even when we were screening and we were viewing some of it in edits, they had that aha moment. Seeing it all come together, just like you on set. Like you had the script for weeks, So that was another challenge.
Must have been the biggest nightmare for the continuity guys.
Every take had a different. But we're trying to stick within the boundaries, but at the same time have the freedom to for the artist to interpret the material their own way.
They're all my babies and they're beautiful. But there are definitely some that I even enjoyed performing in, especially the one at the, what is it called? The Nyayo house, like the immigration one. So, because that one was quite silly. I like that one. I like the Real House Bands. That was on the other opposite end. It was quite serious for me, but yeah.
For me, I think different sketches present themselves differently. There are others that I really liked on paper, or not even on paper, at the idea, just on the prompt. I really liked them. Then there are others I really liked in writing. Others I really enjoyed filming, but there are others that I really liked when I was watching them when they were complete. So it's hard to pick one or two for me. Yeah.
Oh man, it's there for you, man, for enjoyment. It's really just have a good time, be silly, One of those things is, we take life so seriously sometimes. I think for an ordinary person, this thing is one of those things where whenever you're in doubt, just laugh, and that's the best. This is the best excuse for watching that. Just go and laugh.
I think we put together a product that reflects societies, our behavior, our thoughts, our ideas, our mannerisms. And if you want to watch a show that gives you a very good reflection of that, and you have a really good laugh at the end, or you spark a thought, you spark a conversation with someone you're watching, A Very Kenyan Sketch Show is exactly that.
Very Kenyan Sketch Show. It's the future of Kenya. Vote for A Very Kenyan Sketch Show. Man, we're excited for this, and you should be excited with us.